Hello, this is Steve Houghton, the Irritated American, and what I'm irritated about today um, is a question about COVID information. Um, you know, Quite understandably, a lot of medical people are concerned that people are not taking medical advice, but then they do crazy stuff. Like the thing that has caused me to make this video is that I was watching YouTube, and what do I actually know is a news thing about the Rittenhouse trial. And what do I get? I get this advertisement from the city of New York saying something that's technically true, but extremely misleading, which is they say some people think that if you've had COVID, you're fully protected against COVID. Well, and then they say false. Well, if you've had the vaccine, you're not fully protected from COVID. But what we know for sure is that if you had COVID or if you either had COVID or were vaccinated on the same day, you are more protected if you had had COVID. Now, given that that's true, it is highly misleading to put this kind of advertisement out, and it undermines people's trust in the public authorities. This is idiotic. Come on, stop. And like, if this was the only instance, that would be one thing. But like, the president's chief medical advisor, Dr. Fauci, played that game with masks where he was like, oh, no, masks won't protect you. And then later he's like, oh, I lied about that because I wanted to save masks for medical personnel. If you're a doctor, a scientist, and you want to propagate a lie, go get a politician to tell it for you. That's their fucking job. But don't fucking besmirch the reputation of the medical community by lying because you think it's temporarily useful. I mean, it would be one thing if you thought it was a lie you could get away with forever, but it's a lie that was going to have like a 6-week expiration date. I mean, he should have resigned after that. I mean, just for the good of the country. That was preposterous. And anyway, and then there was the, what was that thing? There was the case recently of the guy who was taking some medication that I guess is also used in horses to deworm them. And this thankfully at least wasn't a doctor telling this lie, but he was like, the people were like, oh, he's such an idiot, he's taking horse dewormer. No, the medication is used in humans for all sorts of things, and it is evidently somewhat indicated against COVID. You can't go around telling stupid lies this way and then expect people to believe you. I mean, come on, have some fucking respect for the people. This is the fundamental thing, right? These people have no respect for the people who are listening to them. And it's extremely unwise. I mean, to put it mildly. I mean, I won't even go into the whole thing where, like, if Donald Trump said something about COVID, I guess orange man bad is science. I mean, yeah, you don't have to like Donald Trump to think that. I mean, that's just not reasonable. Even fools say true things sometimes. You've got to, if you're trying to present as a representative of science, then you have to use logical and scientific arguments. You can't go around telling fibs because they might be temporarily useful, and you can't mock people. I mean, the horse dewormer thing, that would be like seeing a politician, drinking vodka on the rocks and then running a newspaper article the next day saying that you'd seen him drinking disinfectant. I mean, alcohol is a disinfectant. That's just misleading. Come on, we all want to, and we all need to a certain degree to have some trust in the public authorities and in people who are, supposedly objective researchers into the facts about human biology and wellness. So we can't afford this, and it needs to stop. And New York City, I'm looking at you like, even something that's strictly true, like having had COVID won't necessarily protect you from having COVID again. That's true, it won't. You may still get it. You may get a breakthrough case, and you might even get badly sick, though that's much less likely. But what is not true is that, that if you, that you must be vaccinated if you've had COVID, even if you've had COVID. And I have no dog in this fight. I seem to have had COVID, tested positive, and I got vaccinated because, I assume that large medical corporations are not going to totally falsify their evidence, especially when they're being watched by the CDC. So, but really, this sort of deception is extremely unhelpful and it needs to stop. And also, Twitter and, YouTube and stuff are not authorities about medical shit. They need to stop pretending they are in the name of combating disinformation. The fact of the matter is, the science is never settled. Scientists are always going to have disagreements. And yes, we need to figure out what we think about that when they have disagreements. But that does not entail shutting down, somebody who doesn't agree with the majority of doctors. That's just preposterous bullshit. It's certainly not science. Anyway, God bless y'all. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.